What's up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kristian Hansen. In today's episode, I am living on a floating house, but we are free floating because we're in the middle of a storm. I don't know what to do.
Before starting today's adventure from Danau Tempe in South Sulawesi, I had first said goodbye to Mr. Donny in Selayar and Blue Planet in Bira. I had then been invited to visit the Indonesian embassy in Denmark to meet the lovely Indonesian ambassador. I then took a bit of vacation time with my family back in Denmark, and I then set the course back to Makassar to continue the Sabang sampai Merauke journey.
Selamat pagi, guys. It's another beautiful morning here in Indonesia, and this morning I'm once again leaving the city of Makassar, and we are finally heading a bit more north here in Sulawesi, because today I'm driving towards a place called Danau Tempe, because I have heard that there are some people living out in the middle of this lake. So I kind of want to see how they do that. Maybe we can even go out and visit them. So we have around 5.5 hours of driving today, around 200 kilometers. But I'm actually taking a slightly longer route today, because you can either drive via the coastal road or through the mountains and the national park. And since I love the mountains, we are taking the extra long route through the mountains. So it's gonna be a good day and a hot day, because it hasn't been raining here in Sulawesi in... Wait, I am a little bit afraid. I just drove onto the toll road. Oh no, God. Uh-oh. Did I just drive onto the toll road? Nej, for Satan. That's not good. Well, what a great start to the morning. Always remember to put your phone, your maps, to avoid toll roads. Well, guys, now Macan has officially tried driving on a toll road. Let's not do that again. So, guys, today we've been on the road for a good 15 minutes. And today we have our first proper problem with Macan. Yesterday I had a problem with the brakes. They were not braking hard enough, the back brake. So my friends from Automotor, they said something was broken, but they would try to do a temporary fix until I can get the part. And now the back brake is completely blocked. I can't even push it. I had to force it just to drive it over here. So yeah, my mechanic is on the way, and hopefully we can get back on the road today. So guys, I'm now back at Auto Makassar. The issue is that it's a small part inside of the brakes that is unlike any other similar part in any other motorcycle, because it's KTM. So they can't exactly just replace it. So now we're gonna try and refix it, and hopefully I can get back on the road today, so fingers crossed. But the guys here from Auto Makassar is trying their very best to help me out, so I'm sure we'll find a way. Alright guys, it is now almost 12 o'clock, but the guys here from Automotor Makassar, they fixed it. Thank you so much, yeah guys. Terima kasih. See you next time, yeah? Alright, let's go. So unfortunately, we still need a new part for the brake master, it's called. So that means I only have 50% on my back brake. So I really have to be careful. Mostly if I'm going down steep roads, then yeah, it can get a little bit dangerous. But you know, when you ride a motorcycle, mostly you use the front brake anyway. Ah, shit. So yeah, we should be okay. Come on, I am cooking in my own sweat here.
I then stopped at Indomart to get a drink, where I had an unexpected encounter with a friendly local.
So guys, I made a small stop here at Indomaret to get something to drink, and I met Firman, who was asking me some questions and holding up his phone, and he is mute, so he can't say anything. So for the last 20 minutes we've just been talking using our hands and chuk and yeah, and it's good. So see you. Very nice guy. Alright, so now it's time to get back on the road. I still have a long time to go, but it was actually lovely having a conversation without actually saying anything, but just he's a masseuse. Alright, see you bro. That such a nice guy. Alright guys, let's go. That sure warmed my heart, talking with that kind guy. He was just so interested to talk, and he seemed so happy that I was just willing to give him the time of day to chat. What a nice guy.
It ended up being one of those gloomy days where I really missed my family. Those long days on the road can really get you thinking. So I called my brother and nieces to tell them how I felt. And my brother always knows what to say to get me in a good mood again.
Oh guys, I have a bad feeling about this way. You know, for some reason you almost always know if you're driving in the wrong direction. You can also see that the locals, they look at you like, not necessarily like, oh, there's a bule, a tourist, but also like, I wonder if he know that that is a blind road. So, oh no. Alright. Well, look at this road. Oh, if this is how it's going to be, I can add another 1.5 hours on top of those 2 hours. Living the dream, living the dream. Oh, what a day. Oh my god, the road just went from worse to terrible.
Luckily, it didn't take long before the roads got a lot better. Once Macan and I got higher up into the mountains, we had nice curvy roads, and the high altitude made it a fresh and cool ride. The roads here are steep though, so it wasn't the best day for my back brake to be partially working. It reminded me about riding through the mountains in North Sumatra. Perfect turns and not a single car or bike inside.
Selamat sore.
Selamat sore.
Apa kabar? Apa kareba?
Baik.
Baik. Good. Masih belajar. Ya. Bahasa Bugis. Saya hanya tahu apa kareba. Baji-baji. Oh, itu Makassar. Oke, gitu. Saya dari Denmark. Ya, saya bikin YouTube video tentang keliling Indonesia dari Sabang sama Merauke. Ya, mantap. Ya, makasih. Ya, Titi DJ. Makasih. See you guys. Oh, look at this. I love these small mountain cities. Just wouldn't build houses, dogs, cats, some chickens, and some people, of course.
But in this area, there was no longer any signal, so I was completely lost. Luckily, I met a team of takraw players, and they didn't know the place I was going, but they pointed in a direction, and that was good enough for me.
Yeah, this is great. And my GPS has absolutely no idea where I am. Oh shit, that was close. Whoa, control. I so have a feeling this is not the right way. Looks like I'm just getting further into the fields. I'm a mean little man.
I ended up spending quite a few hours on dirt roads, but with a bike like Macan, that can be a lot of fun as well. Eventually I found a paved road, and after a long day, I had finally found my stay for the night.
So guys, today ended up being a bit of a hectic day. Roller coaster of struggles and mixed emotions, but we made it and it was a great day. So now I've arrived at Hakata Lejja, and it's not really according to my expectations because it's actually a lot better than I thought. But I will show you guys tomorrow because now it is 6:30, I'm toast and I want to go to bed. So good night guys. Today's video, guys, is sponsored by Fuchs Silkolene. The Silkolene Pro 4 10W50 is the premium motorcycle oil I use during my trip from Sabang to Merauke. It is a 100% synthetic ester that provides a 3% power increase and optimum engine protection. It also helps me save 11% fuel and 18% oil consumption compared to regular oil products. So if you are looking for the best way to take care of your bike, then try Fuchs Silkolene. I know Macan loves it. Now let's get back to the trip. Selamat pagi guys. So it is my first morning here at Hakata Lejja in Kabupaten Sabang. I've slept fantastic. Such a nice room. I did not expect to find a place like this far out, you know? It's just 1 year old, so it's pretty much brand new. I even have a jacuzzi just outside of my room. Probably not gonna use it, but still kind of cool. But it's so nice just to walk out here on the balcony in the morning, drink my coffee, and enjoy the view. Papa has now started with the chainsaw next door, but that's how it is. So I'm quite tired after yesterday's ride, so I think today's gonna be a bit of relaxing and preparing for tomorrow, because tomorrow we will be going to Danau Tempe, which is just 20 minutes from here. And there I really want to see if we can stay with the family in one of those houses on the middle of the lake. So I'm still trying to coordinate it, so I'm not even sure it's gonna be possible, but let's see. And yeah, rest and recover for tomorrow. So this morning I'm out for a bit of a morning run, because this morning when I woke up my mood wasn't exactly the best. So the best way to fix that is always getting some exercise. Missing my family, and the last video I uploaded from Bira didn't get as many views as usual because it took a long time for me to edit it. So that's a bit discouraging, but that's how it is. So now I'm out trying to clear my head, and you know, even when you're a YouTuber and your job is to travel, you still have days where you wake up and you're like, what am I doing? Why am I in such a bad mood? Why am I feeling lonely? It's very normal, I can tell you that. So now I want to finish my run, guys, and we'll see what we end up spending the rest of the day on. I will let you know after my run. Now let's go. So guys, this afternoon I am actually going to visit the hot spring together with Ian. Hey bro.
Oleh, harap
Berapa lama ke hot spring?
10 menit.
10 menit. So it's very close. Let's go. Gaspol.
So with all my bags packed and ready for tomorrow, Firman and I went for a quick visit to the nearby famous attraction.
So this is the ticket office, and luckily Pian he brought some money because I didn't bring any, fortunately. And it's 10,000 per person, and then we can go in. So yeah, all good. Terima kasih ya Pak. Alright. Hello. Hello. So, I think we've made it. One of the reasons why I haven't been to a hot spring yet is not because I haven't had the opportunity. There was plenty of places in Sumatra I could go as well, but it's because it's already so hot in Indonesia. So previously I've thought, why would I go to a place with hot water when it's already 33 degrees outside? But today we're gonna try it because it's so close. And also sometimes I don't go to super touristy destinations because then I'll end up taking at least 50 to 100 selfies. Alright, let's go. Yeah. So the thing with this hot spring is that it's been made into like a swimming pool. So it doesn't exactly look like a natural hot spring. It's more like a natural swimming pool. I see a lot of people, but no people in the water.
Hello, mister!
Hello, mister. How are you?
How are you?
Good. I'm getting a lot of hello misters today. Selamat sore. Hello mister. Hello mister. Hello mister. I've met my subscriber. Siapa namanya? Arham. Saya Chris. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you too. Makasih ya. Ya, boleh. 5.000 ya.
Ambil lokasi di mana?
Boleh. Oke, kalau sana 10.000 ya.
Pindah tempat 10.000.
Alright, let's get in the water and try it out. Okay, it's a lot more hot than I expected. It's not just hot, it's like when you go to a shower and you turn it way too hot and you're like, ow. It's kind of like that. But we have to try and get in. Wow. Actually, once you get in, it's really nice. But it's kind of like being in a sauna. You know, if someone blows air at you, it gets even more hot. Same here in this pool. If you're moving, then it gets even more hot. Kenapa Bapak suka kesini? Lebih bagus untuk tidur nanti atau?
Iya, betul. Untuk kesehatan, supaya tidur sebentar malam enak.
Okay. Wow, I'm sweating.
After a day of missing my family a lot, it always helps meeting welcoming Indonesians that I can have a chat with. So all in all, it had been another great day. Fian and I then enjoyed the sunset from the hotel's rooftop, and I then went back to rest up for the upcoming trip, not knowing that it wasn't exactly gonna be as I had expected.
Selamat pagi guys. So this morning it is finally time to go to Danau Tempe. And today is gonna be a bit of an expedition because normally people they go to Danau Tempe and they just stay there for the day and come back. But I really want to try and stay with them overnight to see how a full day and one of these floating houses on the lake looks like. But it's not exactly something you can book on Agoda or Traveloka, so it's not even fully confirmed yet. So let's see. But now Pian is here waiting for me. Selamat pagi, bro.
Pagi.
And he will take me to the lake on his scooter. So if I stay there overnight, Macan can be safe here. So let's go. Okay, bro. Ayo. You know, I have started many good trips with someone taking me on the back of their bike. So I have a good feeling about this one.
Fian and I then had around a 30-minute drive on the small scooter, luckily on smooth tarmac roads. And the hotel had helped to arrange for a boat to take me out on the lake. But there was one important thing that we hadn't fully discussed, which I would soon be reminded of.
Alright, so we have made it to Danau Tempe. And I see some guys waiting over here. Maybe that's our captains. I will just find out and then we will get out on this second largest lake in Sulawesi. Captain saya?
Iya.
Fantastic. Okay. Alright, so I think I've sorted all the logistics. Firman here will take me out into one of the houses in the lake. I will have to pay him 250,000 for that. And then he will pick me up there again tomorrow morning. And at the house I will pay 200,000 to stay and for food. So I think everything is sorted. Okay, let's go. And this is our boat for today. Alright, we're ready. Let's go and live on a lake.
As the second largest lake in Sulawesi, Danau Tempe is approximately 13,000 hectares and both part of the Wajo, Sidrap and Sabang Regency. It's called Lake Tempe as this area used to be the largest provider of soybeans, which makes up the famous Indonesian dish called tempe. And today, it is famous for being one of the few lakes left in Indonesia where people still live in floating bamboo houses.
Very small floating house. Let's go up and say hi. Well, I can't get in. It sounds awfully quiet.
Unfortunately, once the owner showed up, it was only to tell me that no one was living here. They had assumed I didn't want to live with anyone else, so I had to rethink my plan.
This is again, traveling in Indonesia, you always need to have patience because things rarely go according to plan, but you kind of have to wing it. So, let's see. So guys, slight change of plans. Apparently this is the most quiet month of the year at Danau Tempe. There's also an event in the nearby village, so there's no people on the lake. It's also Friday, which means they're not allowed to fish. So my whole idea of documenting the life out here, the locals, that's not gonna happen. But I thought instead of just going home, canceling the video, then I sent the guys home. So I will be spending the next 24 hours all alone in this floating house, and I will have to see what I can do. They will pick me up tomorrow morning, and hopefully I won't encounter any crocodiles, snakes, and I'm pretty sure I have enough food. So yeah, it'll be an experience. Let's get started.
I now had this entire floating house to myself, in total silence and in 36 degrees heat. The only thing keeping us in place was a pair of long bamboo sticks. And in the back, I had a small bathroom with a sunroof, so I could get a tan there as well. Inside, I had a small kitchen with a bit of supplies for the day and a large living room where I would be spending the night. And it seemed none of my neighbors were at home, but soon that would be the least of my worries.
I must say that out there looks like a lot of rain. It's gonna be a different experience here if it's pouring down like crazy. Only one way to find out. If we're a little bit lucky, that storm out there is gonna pass right by us. I can even hear the rain, so it's gotta be quite a lot. I think the storm is coming right at us. My house is moving. Shit. I don't think the line it held the house. Uh-oh, look at this. We are now free floating. Look. Okay, this is a serious problem. We are floating, but what will we be floating into? What is going on?
My house was apparently not waterproof, and water was now coming in everywhere. So I quickly tried to cover up my bags, and then did the only thing I could. I made an Instagram live.
I'm not sure today was the best day to stay alone on a floating house. Because look at this storm! Oh, I think the owner of this floating house is gonna have quite the surprise when she picks me up tomorrow and I'm not in the same location as they dropped me off. Oh my god, I did not expect this. So guys, good news is that the storm has passed and it is now 12:15. So it is time for a bit of makan siang. The kind staff from Hakata Lejja, they gave me some pancakes kind of things they call it loti. It's like this small kind of pancake. Salty. That was a hectic storm. I really don't hope it's gonna come back again in the evening when it's time to sleep, because then I won't be able to stay dry during the night. Whoa! Selamat sore guys. It is now almost 4 o'clock here at Danau Tempe and I just woke up from a glorious nap with the wind and just the sound of the water. Fantastic. Interesting fact here about Danau Tempe. In 2010 there were still 110 houses here on the lake. People living there, working there every day. In 2015, there are only about 30 left. And now, in 2023, there are only 12 of these floating houses left. So that is also why it's a good thing that I'm coming out here today to see it for myself, because in a couple of years, there might not be any of these houses left, because people, they don't want to live on the lake anymore. They want to live in the kampungs. It's easier to work there. It's a shame, because it's quite a cheap living. You know, I was told that if you want to build one yourself, you can build one for around 100 million. My neighbor, for example, he's selling his used one for 25 million. And this one I'm staying in here, around 50 million, because it's also being used to rent out to tourists, so it has some income. I'm not really sure what to do the rest of the day, but I kind of think that's the point of this day. Not doing a whole lot, just enjoying the view, enjoying that there's not ton of sounds from bike, cars, machines, whatever. I just be here and enjoy my own company.
I then had a surprise visit from the owners of the house, because after seeing the storm, they got worried about me. So they stopped by to cook me a bit of dinner before sunset.
So I thought I would be staying here tonight all by myself, but it's actually quite nice that Ibu and Papa here, they've come by, and Ibu has made some pisang goreng, very nice, and some tea. And I think my dinner is almost ready and it's time to go in for the night. I'm telling you, this is delicious. It's actually been a really good day on the water. Alright guys, Ibu and Papa have now left, and Ibu have made all of this amazing food for me. We have some fish, we have tempe, we have some gorengan, some vegetables, and it has been a long day, so I am seriously hungry. So, selamat makan guys. It's been a good day. It's almost dark now, and I feel like it's bedtime, but it's 10 minutes to 6.
Ibu and Papa had told me that because we are on a lake, there wouldn't be any mosquitoes during the night. But luckily, they had brought me a mosquito cover anyway, because once the sun set, every living insect besides mosquitoes tried to enter my sleeping bag.
Selamat pagi, guys. It is 6 o'clock here on Lake Tempe, and it is absolutely breathtaking, the view you wake up to here. The water is completely calm. I didn't sleep fantastic though, because I went to bed at 7 o'clock after the sun has set. The owner had told me there would be no mosquitoes, so I didn't have to worry. Luckily though, she had given me a mosquito net I could set up, because at 7:30 there were massive bugs everywhere, jumping around, trying to jump onto the mosquito net, and the lizards and birds on the roof. So I tried to fall asleep for like 3.5 hours. Plus, it was so hot. I was sweating non-stop. There was no wind. So, didn't sleep fantastic, but waking up to this view in the morning is definitely worth it. So now I'm just having my morning coffee. And then, yeah, it's time to go back to Hakata Lejja. It's been a good trip now. But if you guys want to try and stay on this floating house as well, you can find it on Instagram, and if you come here you can also see that I've been here from this. Let's go. Pak, terima kasih ya. Sukses selalu, sehat selalu, dan hati-hati rumah tidak ke jauh lagi. Ya, kemana-mana. Okay, Pak. So I actually wouldn't have minded staying another day, but we have to get back to Hakata Lejja because tomorrow, guys, I'm going to the highest mountain in Sulawesi, Gunung Latimojong. So let's go. Jangan lupa nonton di YouTube ya.
It wasn't the trip I had originally planned. But the point of this story is, sometimes, even though a trip doesn't go according to the plan, you can still have a great experience as long as you keep an open mind and you're not afraid of a bit of bad weather. Stay tuned for the next episode, where I continue my journey deep into the mountains of the south with an ambition to climb the highest mountain in Sulawesi, one of the longest and toughest hikes I have ever done, hiking more than 30 kilometers through heavy rain, freezing colds, and storms.